Gladiator, what's going on with you?
What's going on, y'all? Shit, just chilling. Really just hanging out, getting ready for this fight with Johnson on the 30th.
We can get right into that. So walk us through that fight you guys just had.
Man, it was a good fight, all right? I'm not going to sit back and be like, oh, it was bullshit. No, it was a really good fight. He was definitely a tougher opponent. He's strong as hell. I was 143. To my understanding, he was close to 170. You're damn right. I was gonna say you're damn right. If you punch me in the face, I'm gonna hit the canvas. You know what I'm saying? We were so different in size. So, but from what I've been seeing, he's been working his ass off, doing damn good. He's been losing weight. So I actually am ready for this fight upcoming because I know I've been working my ass off. He's been working his ass off. So I definitely got to give him his flowers, bro. He's definitely been doing it. So we're just gonna put on a show for March 30th.
So technically, you're a featherweight, then, correct?
Yeah.
And you went against a light heavyweight.
Yeah, I like the catchweight fights.
And one didn't even consider that because I hear a lot of controversy. Like certain ones feel opposite. I said I like that. So and the fact that you're going to do a rematch with him says a lot about your character.
Of course, man. He didn't feel, he wasn't satisfied with the end. Certainly I wasn't, it went to the judges. I don't like when my fights go to the judges. If you watch prior to Johnson, if you watch all my fights, I finished all of them in the first round, every one.
I was there for the last few. And
So you
I
saw.
became a fan. I became a fan of you because you took on some big boys, and then the heavyweight on the MMA fight, bro. You earned literally, bro. I became a fan of you that day. I said, "What? Where's this guy been?" I don't know how you fighting before, but when I came, I was thoroughly impressed, bro.
Man, I appreciate it.
And I'm not easily impressed, bro, because usually people like, "Oh, what you think?" Nothing about anybody, because that is saying, yeah, I'm reality. One like to say everybody's a good fighter. They're not. Everybody doing amazing. They not. But what you did was exceptional, bro. Because that kickboxing fight, I was worried for you a little bit because Buddy was touching you a little bit, and I was like,
Yeah.
But when you came back and I was going against a young guy, right beside me, we was commentating about the fight. So I'm like, man, glad they're gonna pull it off. I'm like, it might be a rough. Oh, I was animated as ever. And then with the heavyweight guy, I was like, oh, you should get him out of there. And the fact that you got up and got the job done, bro, I said, yeah, he ready. He ready, man.
Man, I took that fight with the 200-pounder because I've been wanting to display some of my jiu-jitsu and my grappling. Because look, everyone knows me for a boxer and striker. I like MMA. I like boxing. I've been in a boxing gym, yes, but I am an MMA guy. If I could take someone down and put them in a buggy choke, I will. I prefer the grappling, man. I do. So that's really why I took that MMA because Izzy didn't want a MMA. He wanted to kickbox. I wasn't happy with that. So I took that MMA so I can display some grappling and rear naked choke in the first round. I got exactly what I wanted.
Oh, you finished your food. You definitely finished your food, bro. Well, you had me and the guys. I don't know who them guys was, but we was so excited, bro. Because I'm like, oh, he going again? And the first fight was already tough, and you fought again. A guy for about 60, 70 pounds bigger than you, bro.
Yep.
And you jumped in there like, whatever.
Yep. I was.
Hats off to you.
I believe I was
So,
150 that fight.
so where does background come from with the MMA, the grappling? Where that come from?
I'll be completely honest with you, man. I wrestled in high school for a bit. I took some BJJ for a while. I actually got my purple belt for BJJ. So that's why I've been trying to display
Mm.
MMA and grappling. That's my thing. I love to grapple. I have jiu-jitsu tattooed on my arm. Like it's my thing. I love doing it. That's where my grappling came from, is wrestling and my Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Boxing, other than these last few months at TLP under Ed, it was all at home, man. It was all at home. My grandpa, he boxed in Vietnam. He was in the army for Vietnam and he boxed. And then he passed that knowledge on to my father and he trained at the Gary Powell for a few years. And once I was born, they both showed me basically everything they knew and it was a wrap from there. All the kicks, all those kicks you guys seen, the wheel kick with the Flying Dutchman, those fancy, I taught myself all of them. I haven't trained to strike. It was all basically given to me throughout life because I just love the sport. It's what I love to do. So people taught it to me as I went.
Come on. I respect that. What got you into Fightflix to begin with?
Well, I was looking for an organization to fight with for a while. I had actually gotten a hold of Street Beefs, but they wanted me in like West Virginia, and I just couldn't afford it at the time. You know, I found out Indiana had Fightflix, and it was only in LaPorte, like 40 minutes away. My buddy told me about it. Right when he told me, I signed up that day. That day, he told me about it. I was actually supposed to fight Kai the Kid for my debut, but something had happened to where he wasn't able to come or something, so I actually ended up fighting Tyler Schroeder.
Okay. So I've been, I had to look back on some of your videos. You've been pretty active, man. I mean, you've been around for quite a while, man. Like it a lot more. And I was like I seen you before. I got confused because when I heard Gladiator, I thought about the other guy who was named Gladiator as well. Um, Hunter, I think that was his name was.
Yeah,
So
he's good.
Yeah, so I kind of confused it till now. Look, I'm like, oh no, that's a different one. So tell us about the training and training like a pro with Coach Ed, because I know him personally. So
Man,
I respect him though. I respect him. I like what he's doing, what he stands for, and he'll stand up guy. Because from who he was before, it's a new version of him, as in an improved version, and I definitely see the growth and development within him as of right now. Then he got another coach. What's the chick name?
Coach B.
Mary.
Yeah, her name's Mary, but we all just call her Coach B.
Oh, Coach me.
Coach B. D.
All right. So tell us about the training with over there. What it's like over there?
Well, the title says it in itself. You train like a fucking pro, dude. Like there's nothing to it. All the guys, I started in November. It's March now. You know, it's starting tomorrow. It's March. A lot of the guys I've seen there that have been there for a while are better than they were when I started, and they were there originally. Me, you know, myself, I haven't seen a lot of improvements. I'm just gonna let you know now. If you don't like ab workouts or conditioning, just don't come, because that's their core thing. Is they really focus on conditioning and boxing agility. The agility for sure, man. We do a lot of different methods with tennis balls and all types of stuff, gloves and mitts, and anything you can think of boxing drill wise, they do it there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a damn consistent gym. It's an awesome team. I've learned a whole lot. I've obviously brought a lot more. I've been told by quite a few people that, hey, you look a lot better, dude. You're totally different now. And I have to thank Ed for that. I have to thank Coach B for that. That whole team, it's all them. So it's tough, man. I'm not gonna lie. When I was training by myself, I thought I was going hard. Not like this. It's damn tough, and it shows in the ring.
Yeah, when I watch some of your own fights and when I watch you with Dave, I'm like, oh, because Ed was telling me like, hey, what you see, my boy? What you see, Gladiator there? What you see? You can say you were so amped up, bro. You came out blazing. I said, oh, he going too fast. You gotta go to speed
Yeah.
limit. You going too fast, but you could tell you was ready. Like, and you know, what I'm saying it's boxing. You seem more MMA comfortable. So I'm like, oh, we'll see. You know what it looked like. When I watch you, and I'm like, okay. And I'm seeing the progress. And then when I started seeing when he clipped you, I was like, oh, we gonna see.
It was a good right hand, man.
Bro, you popped up like it just bumped you like I'm good, it's a hit. And that showed the heart of a champion, bro.
I was up before the ref said two.
Bro, I looked, I said, oh, he gonna be all right, because you could tell it surprised you. It didn't like hurt you, it surprised you. Like
Hell
the
yeah,
hardest part is the one you don't see.
Bro, that surprised the hell. I won't even lie, bro. Like I said, if you watch the video closely, you see in the midst of me getting hit, I throw a left hook and I connect that left hook too. It was left or right, whatever, but I throw a punch in the midst, and that's why he got me, bro. Because I left at him throwing a punch, and he just all I felt was, bro, that shit was intense. It did shock the shit out of me though. It didn't hurt, but it shocked the ever living hell out of me. I was like, whoa, like yeah, it was unexpected, but. If you watch, we both clip, bro. His head turned, bro. His head turned, and he just hit me. I was like, damn.
Yeah, David. What I noticed is his cardio is it kind of fades a little bit in the fights. Like he swing real hard, but you can tell he the his intensity don't match up with his conditioning, and that's why I feel as though that kind of made the fight a little bit like he was kind of bagging up. I mean, he was still throwing, but you can tell he was trying to knock you out though. He wasn't trying to go all 3 rounds. He was trying to get you out of there.
Yeah, definitely. Nah, and I was before this fight, prior to it, I was well aware of that. I know he's a power shot. He's a heavy hitter, man. That's what he does. He hits hard, and I can watch it in his videos. I can tell you it's hard. He's hit me in the gut before. Hell, his thing. I don't know. I feel, and I'm just saying this as advice too. Like honestly, I feel as if he threw punches a little more like from, what I'm saying, instead of cocking him back so much, he'd probably be one of the best, if not the best boxer for Fightflix in that weight division. He probably would,
I
man.
feel like he's a coach. I feel like he got a coach to tighten him up a little bit more because he got the willpower, he got the grit, and you
Yeah.
can't teach the person to have heart. You can't teach the person to have heart, bro. And he's definitely proactive when it comes to that, and he have the mind state. But it's just I know when you get into a coach or a gym or somebody that kind of polish him up a little bit more, he'll be decent though because he already got foot. I'll take my hat off to anybody that compete because it
Yeah.
takes a lot of tenacity to jump in here. No matter what, backyard, small league, big leagues, just compete. Period. Everybody can talk so much on the outside about, oh man, this and that. You're not in there. It
That's
sounds
it.
so easy on the outside. He should do this. You jump in there. Show us what it look like. Everybody can critique so much from the background, but then when you see them put on gloves or hop in
Ain't
after
nothing to say.
45 seconds, they ready to get out of there. Or they're gonna blame it on their jeans or on my shoes, on my mouthpiece that you don't have in your mouth. It's
Yep.
it's
Yep.
it's
Nah, see,
amazing, bro.
I have that same mentality, honestly, because man, I can't tell you how many times a video was posted or something was around, and I see hella comments. Oh, you hit like a girl, or you're a puss, or you fight nobodies, and I'm like, are you gonna step in there and do it though? Like, why don't you come fight these
Mhm.
nobodies and tell me how easy it
Mhm.
is? Like
Mhm.
it's the same thing. I follow this, and that's why if you notice on the page, unless I'm posting something official or like an event thing, I don't reply to the bullshit unless I
It ain't no
absolutely need
point.
to.
We gonna have trolls, and what I've noticed being in the fight game as a fighter and a coach, we gonna have these ones that gonna sit back and critique. But what you're doing is what they're talking about. Oh, I used to train. I used to be. You used to. Show me what you're doing now. Show me. Because
Yeah, that's
it
it.
easier said than done. We all did something, been somewhere, did some. We all got a background, but it's like,
Does
what
it
are you
count?
doing now? You're not in here,
Yeah,
but
does
you
it count?
quick to talk. You're watching me though, so obviously, I'm that important for you to critique. I'm that much rent space in your brain for you to even consider telling me what I need to do and this and that. Thank you, loyal fan, because you got to be a fan of me. No matter if you don't like so much of what I'm not doing, why are you watching me? If I'm so much trash, why do I have a view of you?
Ain't it?
Why are you even subscribing? If you
Yeah,
think this, it's amazing how people will spend 20 to 30 minutes of watching videos back to back just to talk about it. If I don't like something, I scroll,
yeah.
I keep going, right?
Pay no mind to it. Yeah, don't let it scramble in your mind, bro. I see it all the
That's-
time. I let guys all the time, man. I posted there's a page on Facebook just called Fights. And I posted that knockout that went viral when I knocked that dude out in 8 seconds.
Mhm.
I had at least 5 comments or people saying like, "Why did you even fight that guy? He's a nobody." Well, I'll tell you why I fought that guy. He posted a video or I don't know if it was a video or no, that was Kenny. Excuse that. That wasn't. He didn't. He made a whole post on the Fightflix page calling me out, saying I like basically he can beat me and all this stuff, and then he proceeded to lie to me. He said he trained in hand-to-hand self-defense, disarming, all this shit. And as a fighter as much as I do, you don't take shit lightly when you hear stuff like that. You don't underestimate anybody. You know, even if, you know, I don't know him, you know, I don't know his background. So I took that fight. I said, I'm gonna have my money, you know, I'm gonna have to run for my money with this one. And not to sound mean, not to sound like an asshole, but I could tell right when we stared down, he didn't have it. Right when we locked eyes before that fight, he didn't have it. And that's when I knew. But that's really why I took that fight. And people were like, "Oh, well, he's a nobody." Well, I learned that after, because before that, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I was hyped up. I was told shit. Oh, he used to get into fights all the time. He's never been beaten. Marine Corps. Okay, you know, let's see what you got. So I posted that, and I had guys commenting left and right, like, "Oh, that's such bullshit," and this, that, and the other. And, well, why don't you come? Why don't you step in and come show me the, you know, what it's like? I had guys like, "Oh, that the one you said, the most famous one. That's I hear all the time is I used to train 10 years ago, or I used to do this." And motherfucker, used to ain't today, bro. Like that doesn't apply to our conversation right now. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you see on the Fightflix page all the time, you know, Gladiator, Martin Juan, she gets brought up. I don't reply to none of that. You know, if it's garbage or shit talk, why? You know, why invest energy into something it's just gonna deplete you? I don't need that. You know, I already have.
Come on. Talk heavy. I'm with you when you're right.
That's what I'm saying. I have so much to tend to already with this page, man. Like I gotta fucking set fights. I gotta make sure, you know, fighters are on time. I gotta answer questions, pictures, and all types of shit, man. I gotta keep up with this. And having guys talk about gunplay or this guy hits like a pussy. Unless you can prove otherwise, I ain't hearing it. Shit.
I respect that, bro.
So I got a question for you. Well, when you coming back, man? I want to see you throw some hands, bro. Like I've been
bro. Nobody want to fight me, bro.
I know, bro. We gotta find somebody.
Man, I went around. I went through Chicago and talked to some people about, you know, hey, you know, there's some guys who experience, and they're like, oh, for they're trying to find excuses why they couldn't fight on Fightflix. So once I talked to their coaches and showed them paperwork on why they can, then it was like, oh, let me get back to you. So, you know, I kind of understand certain people. You know, certain ones they have so much to say. As long as I've been fighting, bro, it's been so many people that's always can do it better, but they don't do it. They have exceptional, but it's like what people don't know these fighters' background, so they be like everybody's a nobody to them. If you make a person look like a nobody, they're nobody. If you make a person that was super decorated and you stop him in 8 seconds, oh, he couldn't fight, he couldn't take a punch. Critics always going. It's always somebody who's doing worse than you is always going to say something about you. You never hear anybody better than you talking about you. You will never see me dogging out anybody at all unless you say something to me or you don't like something that I say. Then I'm going to speak about it. Rather than that, they're sitting over here, oh, this and that. No, nobody or somebody that whoever they was when they hopped in that ring, that's who you fought, and that was that. I can't pick who I want to fight. Whoever shows up, that's who I'm fighting. It don't matter. First, you know, it's always just like how they do with Mayweather. Oh, they're gonna be Mayweather the toughest fight. Then Mayweather beat him. Oh, the only reason he won it because you see that. No matter
bro.
what,
It's always
you will never satisfy the whole. It's always gonna be somebody that's gonna say, "Well, if this would have been it." I guess if only you got paid for all this free publicity, this I look at as publicity. Publicity, that's all it is. You're gonna put time into me, putting me out there. Go ahead, talk about me. Because obviously, once again, I'm making an impact because you took the time out your precious day, Mr. Important or Mrs. Important, to tell me what I need to do. I appreciate the free advice. I mean, it's amazing. When people can't get their life in order, their fatherhood in order, them as a man, they don't have their own priorities. They so bogus. They have everything else wrong in their life, but they can tell you what you need to do. Thank you.
That's the truth, man. Especially when it comes to this line of fucking entertainment, if you will. When it comes to this type of stuff, everybody's got some type of input, no matter what.
Everybody. I met guys with the big bellies. I mean, they built like they work in a bakery. And they'll tell you, hey, look, this is the type of workouts you should be doing. And you be like, oh, then they want to show you a picture of who they was 20 years ago. That was me. So you still living 20 years ago?
Hey,
20 years ago. But I'm telling you, if I was in there, 20 years. It's always I don't even wrap up when people talk. I'm like, thank you for sharing, because I used to have that moment where when people would say something about me, I felt the need to want to validate, prove myself. But I realized that they're not nobody in my personal circle. They don't really care about me. They don't really love me. So I can never take advice from somebody. I would never let somebody criticize me or somebody I can't take advice from.
Yeah,
So if you
absolutely.
wrapped up putting all this extra energy into what I'm not doing instead of congratulating what I'm doing, you're a hater. You have to be. People like, oh, I don't hate. I'm just. If we talking about the facts or in a fight, like the fight with your fight, dude clipped you. That was a fact.
Right.
Um, David got tired. That was a fact. You hit the gas from even when you got up. That was a fact. There was nothing else opinionated. I try to leave opinionated conversations alone though, because my opinion and your opinion, we argue about opinionated situation. It's a hypothetical situation. Nobody care about theories. So we care about the facts. If you can't show me, it don't matter.
That's
Ones
it.
wanna
That's
ones wanna get the and this and that. It's so many people that come to my gyms. They talk all this. They talk heavy, and then they pop in while I do them dirty. And as soon as I do them bad, and I laugh because when they hear me, they hear the energy, the jokes, and then they get in. I look different up close. Now the attitude different. Now you want me to coach you. Now you want to be my friend. Now you want advice. Now you want
ain't
to
it?
shout me out. But you was it's I've learned that society. People who are wrapped up with if you in a demonic space or a distorted space, you're gonna speak on what's in your heart. You're gonna push out what you used to talking about. You don't think nothing wrong with that because ain't nobody showed you otherwise. So with that being said, it's one of the moments that be like when people get to talk, I'm like, all right, at fights, at plenty of fights, I go to different states and I whoop these guys. I mean, the city, they be so mad. I'm like, just think about this in real time. I came 5, 6, 7, 8 hours in your city and I beat you. You had the coaches, you had the announcers, you had the referees, you had the commentators, and they already gave me dominant decision before I stopped you. So what we talking about? Like they love me now. Last time they booed me when I came out there. Bulls don't win fights.
Yeah,
You
ain't
can
it? That's
cheer,
it.
boo. You can cheer, boo, yell at. He's in there with me. Like people wrapped up with these movies. You remember back in the day, the Jean-Claude Van Damme, Steven Seagal, they'd be getting beat up in the movie, right?
Yeah,
And
of course.
then
But
out of nowhere, their daughter or their kid or somebody that they're close to, and all of a sudden they get all this extra energy and they end up doing something phenomenal. That ain't in real life. If when you getting whooped, you're getting whooped. It don't matter if your mom, your grandma, your husband, it doesn't matter. All that.
did you ever?
Oh, I just shout out to my. I love who the shout outs for. But when you lost, it's not because that didn't work out. Your conditioning is why you lost. You dropped your hand, that's
Yeah.
why you lost. You was taunting, that's why you lost.
Yeah. Did you ever watch my second fight with Marcus Ruiz?
No, I'm gonna check it out. I didn't see that. I'm gonna check it out though.
I bring that up because actually that was what BK did was I guess Ruiz was supposed to win the belt that day. That was the idea. Like because he was 4-1 and I was 1-0. Like I shouldn't have even been in that fight, honestly. I was, you
Mhm.
know, and BK had put up a poll and the poll was will Ruiz become the champion after this fight? And 87% of Fightflix voted yes. I was I was the straight underdog, bro. And then he ended up quitting second round. He started gagging and shit because I kept hitting him in the body the whole fight. He ended up gagging and he gave up. It was a knockout, I think. Whatever TKO, whatever you want to call it. But I get what you're saying. I've had that same thing. I had all those boos. I had people like, yeah, whatever, shrugging me off. Ruiz is gonna be champ today, and no, that's not what happened at all. And it was after that fight where I actually gained, respect from everybody.
That's
That's
so misleading when healthy support is telling the person how they can be better. Like with my circle of people that I coach or help or work with or I'm associated with, I support them in public and I direct them in private. I'm not finna sit here bash you, talking about you and stuff. You need to be around people that's healthy, that's telling you what things you need to work on. Stop thinking because this guy won 2 fights in a row, he's gonna be the next. No, he's not. if he don't train, if he don't discipline himself, he don't eat right, he don't keep up with his condition, he don't keep up with his cardio, he not gonna make it. People be shocked when people lose and be like, I don't know how he lost. What do you mean? This man got drunk off of likes. He got drunk off of this external validation where everybody in this hood telling him, oh man, you amazing, you this and that. Man, you got him next time. Then you lose again. Then you lose again. Don't mislead these people. You're gonna get these people out here hurt. They're gonna be punch drunk and they're gonna have Parkinson's over what? Trying to show you that they somebody?
And I've seen it happen way too much with Fightflix. Someone will win one fight, maybe two if I want to be generous, and it's over with. Who wants me next? I'm 1-0. I'm bad. Like, dude, can you earn, like, I'm not even saying make a name for yourself. Just win 2 more fights before you start dogging people, talking shit, bro. Like, earn your position. Don't just win one fight and think you're the top dog, because we have plenty of top guys that will put you down.
Come on.
It's if you're not, I don't know, bro. Like, I'm not supposed to be judging anybody because I make the matches and shit. But I will be honest, I don't like cocky fighters. Like, if you're not humble, you don't belong in this sport. Simple as that. And I might be wrong saying that because there's guys like Conor McGregor and shit, but that doesn't mean I gotta like them.
You don't have to like them. Like, if you don't like a person, you entitled. People be so wrapped up with, oh, don't can't say this about this person. You can't say that. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Nothing wrong with that. When it happened, it's like, if you respect the person that's that, if you don't have to like, that's okay. That you're entitled to that. We be so wrapped up with, oh, I can't say this about. I'm different. I don't care what anybody like or don't like. I say post whatever I want to post. If you don't like it, you're entitled. If you want to say something, you're entitled. Like, if you want to glove up, you're entitled. I'm okay with it.
And that's another thing I think I should address now that I'm live on here. Now that this will be posted, because I'm on the board for Fightflix. I'm on the table. I help run events and shit, but I'm also a fighter as well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have little beefs and little altercations with guys. So those guys that I have those altercations with and stuff, that is not gonna affect them at all. Like, just because I work on the table, that's not gonna affect our fighting shit. Like, you could talk shit to me, I'm gonna talk shit to you. Like, say what you gotta say. I'm not. None of your friends, like, no one's gonna get banned, no one's gonna get kicked, like, none of that shit. Like, I just need people to know that because I am a fighter, bro. I get that I'm up there, but I'm not. That has nothing to do with what we're dealing with. That's basically how I want to put that, because I don't want people thinking like, oh, he's on the board. I gotta watch what I gotta say. No, you don't. No, you don't. Say what you want to say, man. I'm ready for it. I want to hear it. I call that motivation. The more you talk shit, the more I'm gonna hurt you. That's all that is.
Come on. I like that conversation. I like that. So Jeff was talking about, he said y'all supposed to be setting up a fight. No, the Instinct. Jeff and Instinct, I think. Both of them.
Yeah. Right before my fight with Johnson had said he wanted to come back to the ring, and then playfully he had said, like, me and you, bro. Like, he was playful, he was like, me and you, bro. And I looked at him and I said, let's set it up. And then he stood up. He got excited. He said, really? You really want to set that up? I said, give me a date. So that's potential. Instinct and I, that's confirmed. We're fighting. We're having an MMA actually in June.
He told me.
Having MMA, buddy.
I like that. I like that.
Dude, I'm so ready, bro. I cannot express how excited I am for that fight, because I've been wanting to do it all. Instinct, if you're watching this, bro, just get ready for everything. We're having a well-balanced fight. We're not just boxing. We're not just wrestling. We're doing it all, homie. That's all I gotta say.
I like that banner, man. I tell you, that's healthy in the sport. Like, long people keep it tasteful. Like, we don't need to get all beside us of this. If you want to call somebody out, you want to fight, show up. Because ones talk about they want to show up, and then fight time. Oh, they couldn't make it. They got a job that they never had, or I got a baby issue, but no baby. Like, all these little. But that's part of the game, though. I've been to places where a guy drove 8 hours or flew out, and he came to weigh-ins and didn't show up for fight. So that's part of the game. It's like, you keep training what you've been doing, because that's how I go, man. They be saying, "Oh, it's on these." Like, I've been on all platforms, and it happens. That's part of the game. There's no reason for you to be mad. Sometimes people get scared. Sometimes somebody probably tell them, "I don't think you should be doing this," or maybe their conscience told them that. Whatever the case may be. But bro, I like what you've been doing, bro, man. Like, your activity, bro. When I came to that fight, bro, and seen you go crazy, I said, yeah, I gotta shout him out, man, because I don't shout people out often. If ones ain't doing nothing, I tell people all the time, I'm not me, I'm reality. I'm not your yes friend. I'm not the oh, you're doing everything, you're gonna beat. No, you're not. If you lost, I'm gonna tell you. If you got embarrassed, I'm gonna tell you. Don't ask me, because I'm gonna tell you. And that's why I don't have that many friends. And I don't need ones around me. Nah.
No.
But,
Look, you cannot be my friend if I can't be real with you. Because if I
come
can't be
on.
real with you, you're not gonna be real with me.
Come
That's
on.
that. That's why people that have little amount of friends. Those are the people you really should trust because
Mm-hmm.
they know everyone bullshits. They know
Mm-hmm.
everyone's on bullshit. So, dude, always keep your circle small. And that's why I've always liked you too, Beast. Because every time you're on Facebook or anytime you're saying something, you just say what the hell's on your mind. You don't hold back.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing
At
I respect
all.
about you. You do not hold back, and people need to hear that shit.
That's how I was brought up, man. Ones who raised me and groomed me, man, tightened me up like that. So when I learned, when I was young and immature and pretty narrow-minded, I thought it was an attack. But once I got more emotionally intelligent, more in tune with myself, and really got myself healed, then I started realizing like this is something that's gonna help me develop, gonna help me grow, gonna help me prepare myself to a better place and stuff. And I like to be the example I want other people to be. That's why when if I can share some of y'all stuff or post some of y'all stuff or support, I'm all for it though because I like to see the youth grow. I don't care what y'all do. This could be your first fight, your last fight. I'm happy that you're doing this versus doing something toxic, chaotic, that get you
Yeah,
in jail. You're doing
yeah,
something active, and y'all can make an influence on the community and stuff. And y'all definitely making an impact.
man. That's what matters, man. The whole thing is guns down, gloves up.
Come
And
on.
that means a little more than people realize. It's not just about. I mean, it is. Bottom line is put the gloves down and put the gloves up. But it's
Hmm.
more sort your shit out like men, bro. And if you want to be honest as a martial artist, if you can avoid hitting each other and you just talk it out on some real
Hmm.
beef shit, that makes you
Hmm.
more of a man than anybody. That's called
Come
mental
on.
intelligence, and not a lot of
Come
people
on.
have that.
I, I,
That's real
I,
shit.
I push that to a lot of people I train. If you can resolve, sit down, and sometimes when you thinking it's an issue, it's really not. It's miscommunication. Somebody crossed somebody the wrong way. Either somebody pride was too heavy and somebody didn't want to apologize. And this is why hospitals and cemeteries get filled up from the stupidity because I'm about my respect. But when you think about it, like, was it really worth it? Now you're facing 20 to life. You got to find bond
Ain't
money,
it?
your family, everything being compromised. You're in a bad situation over what? Over your respect?
Ain't it? Words, bro. Another
Come
one
on.
I like to hear often is I just won't fight you, I'll just shoot you. I won't fight you, I'll shoot you. That's one of my favorites because the first thing I think is you're gonna shoot me because you don't want to fight, so you're gonna get sent to prison for life where you're gonna have no choice but to fight every day. It's either you get punched in the mouth once or the rest of your life, bro. You choose.
Come on. When you hear that, that's so it's so premature when you hear a person say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that." That's the person you want to stay away from though, because they okay with living a nothing lifestyle. They okay with following orders where they want to be in prison and do all. They okay with that because they don't have no purpose. When a person don't have no purpose, they just move around. They just scatter. I'm over here. I'm over there. When you have a meaning or a purpose and understand the value of who you are, you'll conduct yourself accordingly.
Yeah,
But
that's it.
yeah,
That's
man.
that's being mentally mature, man. You gonna be there on March 30th?
I plan to, man, because I plan to do a post fight interview with y'all, man. I want to do a pre fight when I come there, and then a post after the fact, man. Because I want to see y'all do y'all thing, man. So I'm gonna make sure I make some time so I can show up. But hey, I definitely appreciate you showing up on this interview. Anything you want to add before we sign off?
Yeah, one more thing. Before you guys ask, Mets did that. Aaron Metz did that one.
Good
That
gracious.
was it. We were just sparring, bro. But we spar for real. That's another reason I like that gym is because like it's if you want to become a real fighter, you got to be a fighter, and that's that. So
Come
I
on,
love
come
it,
on.
man. I love this community. I love Fightflix, and I appreciate you putting me up on here, man. Talking with you, you're like I said, you're one of the more real ones. So I feel like I could kick back with you for a day and just bullshit with you.
Already, bro. I'm with it. I'm with it, man. I like what you're doing, man. Keep doing that joint. Keep that training up, man. Cause I want to see somebody get finished, bro. I do want
Oh,
to see somebody get finished, bro.
hey, easily, bro. It's gonna happen.
Woo!
It's gonna be, bro. A
I,
matter of fact, you choose a hand, left or right.
come on. Woo! Hey, I'm gonna hold that. We gonna say that for the 30th, but Yeah, I appreciate it though, man. Any social media platforms you want to shout out or things else you got going on outside of this or what?
No, man, I don't care about none of that stuff, man. I'm just here to fight. Honestly, just I appreciate you being on here, man. If you
Okay,
guys don't already, I guess go like Fightflix, go subscribe to the page.
come
I'm
on,
Gladiator. If you guys want to go check it out, and go check
come
out
on, come
Beast.
on,
This guy's a badass too. So
come on, come on. I appreciate it, bro. All right,
thank you,
man.
Beast.
Thank already, bro.
You have a good
You have
one.
a good one. You too, man.